Nice wheel. Hello fellow AUC riders, welcome back to Ustride, and I'm about to talk about my electric unicycle, my Gotway Tesla, after 6 months of having it, and why I think it's the highest performance electric unicycle for the price, period. So how was my Gotway Tesla held up after just 6 months of owning it? Well, in this video, we're about to find out. Okay, so when I first ordered my first serious electric unicycle, as many of you know, that is the V5F, the InMotion V5F. I absolutely loved this wheel, and I still do. I mean, I took it everywhere. I took it pretty much anywhere I would normally travel with my car. And since the city was only 5 to 7 miles away, I had no issues carrying around my charger. And I really had no issues sitting at a Panera Bread or a hotel for about 2 hours just to charge it up so I can make it back home. It was no issues for me. I mean, at the time, to me, that was the norm, so I didn't really give much thought to it. You know what I mean? Well, even though Boston is very small, traveling from home to the city is about 5 to 7 miles. And given my aggressive style of riding, I knew my battery was gonna die at any time. It was inevitable, it was going to happen. So I took, measures. I brought my charger with me. And it was a joy. I really didn't give any thought to buying a more powerful wheel at the time. Because for me, the price was just perfect. $550 at the time was just perfect. And I enjoyed it. So yeah, I would say about 2 to 3 weeks, it was completely normal. Even a month, it was completely normal. But going on to the second, the third, and the fourth month, when I wanted to go anywhere. I wanted to go to Brookline, I wanted to go to Watertown. I just wanted to go miles away from home, given, it was summer, it was beautiful, and I really didn't think I was gonna be able to manage that all the time with the V5F. So it was that, at that point, I really started thinking, I should get a more powerful wheel, a more high performing, because the more you ride, especially as a beginner, the more you learn certain quirks about the wheel, and also you learn your limitations as well. Well, I overcame my learning curve really quick, and my riding habits became pretty intense. And so because of that, you can imagine the battery kept dying earlier, quicker, and I ended up needing more and more time to charge up. Hence why I decided to make the decision to jump into a more powerful wheel. So in came the order of my Gotway Tesla, and wow, what a wheel this has been. This has been an amazing wheel, okay? After just 6 months, it's been an amazing wheel. And after much deliberating over price points, because there's so many price points, $1,500 plus, you can go upwards to $3,000. And there's some really great wheels out there. But I didn't really feel like purchasing the most expensive, fastest wheel out there. But at the same time, I needed more power, I needed more range, and I just didn't want to spend more money than I had to get it. After scouring YouTube videos and the forums and asking questions and literally just going all out on the search, I couldn't help but notice that most high performance wheels was at least $1,500 plus. And with everything in my fiber telling me to just go for the top, just pull the trigger, go for the top performer, which is at the time was the V3S Plus, close to $2,000. With much deliberation, I decided, no, don't do it. Number one, it was a little bit heavier than this wheel. I lived on the 3rd floor, So for me, it made no sense really. But then I made the decision to buy the Gotway Tesla. It was 42 pounds and it really wasn't that much heavier than my V5F in terms of being able to carry it around. So I finally made the decision to purchase the Gotway Tesla. And I haven't regretted it since. And why the Tesla, you ask? Well, let's start with the basics. With a total weight of just 42 pounds, the Tesla was a no-brainer considering I lived on the 3rd floor and I would need to carry it upstairs every now and then at various destination points. And remember what I said earlier about not wanting to purchase the fastest wheel out there because of the price? Well, fun fact, the Gotway Tesla was actually one of the fastest wheels on the market at the time. Top speed is rated at 30 plus miles per hour, but I've actually been able to push it to a satisfying 33 miles per hour with no issues. In about 2 hours, you can rejuice up to 80% with a fast charger, which I definitely ordered and recommend you order as well. Max load of 300 pounds, battery capacity 1020 watt hours, range of about 30 to 40 miles on a single charge, and finally, at a price of only $1,450 on sale when compared to more expensive wheels with similar performance stats, I had made my choice. Tesla it was. Okay guys, this is not a beginner's wheel, although I will not discourage you from ordering one. The only thing I recommend is that you ride it slow for the first 2 weeks, maybe a month, so that you can overcome the learning curves, which you will inevitably hit because of the weight, the powerful motor, the pedals, and basically the design of the device, because it's a little different than most boxy wheels that you're used to seeing, or the circular wheels like the InMotion V5F. Plus you have the protruding sides coming out because of the battery on each side. So in the beginning, it's gonna feel a little different, and you'll feel that it's hitting the sides of your legs a little bit. But over time, you get really used to it. So give yourself enough time to overcome pretty much the riding dynamics of the wheel. Now, I gotta talk about the pedals. The pedals compared to the InMotion V5F is way better. It's just so much more comfortable, and I feel extremely comfortable riding this thing for miles. The ride is smooth, but not so smooth where you get no feedback from the road surfaces, which you need. You need feedback from the road surface so that you can at least know how fast to ride, so you don't get false feedback from the road being too smooth. But this thing is extremely smooth on a long journey, but at the same time it doesn't take away from the sportiness of the wheel. And this is a sporty wheel. It's just a cruiser. It's a sporty cruiser. And this is what I absolutely love about it. It's nimble, it's maneuverable, and the pedals just make it feel awesome. Real awesome. Just like the InMotion, it's very grippy, and a lot of wheels out there are like that. It's very grippy with the grip tape. And this has helped me a lot in the rain, etc. Hence my confidence. I feel extremely confident riding this thing anywhere, because I feel the grip tape is gonna catch me in case of any type of slip or, you know, whatever, rain, slippiness or whatever. It feels fantastic. The combination of the 16-inch tire, the wide pedal, the overall stability of the device, the 1900 watt motor, it just makes you feel so confident, gives you so much confidence. And also the low profile of the wheel itself gives you all the confidence you need to push it to its limit. At the same time, it rides really nice at slow speed. So right now I'm literally just cruising, and there's really no need to push this device. It feels great at any speed, of course within the manufacturer's ratings. But like I said, I've been able to push this thing up to 33 miles an hour. No problems, no issues. It feels just fantastic. It feels solid. Oh, and did I mention the braking? The braking is phenomenal. Now, this is a great city rider. I live in the city, so braking is essential for me. And although this might be a big wheel coming from the V5F, the braking is phenomenal. I love the braking on this wheel. It couldn't be any better. So after 6 months of riding, I've ridden in all kinds of conditions. Rain, I've crashed it several times, doing all kinds of experiments, speed tests, etc. Brought it to New York, hung out with the skateboard crew, boosted board crew. And I mean, I've gone everywhere. I've gone to work. I work 15 miles away. So 15 miles going, 15 miles coming back. It's pretty awesome. 30 miles, you know, and I haven't had to charge it on the way back. How amazing is that? But of course, once I found out that I don't need to charge it on the way back, trust me, when I go to work, I charge it. So how was it held up? Let's find out. As you can see, one of my soft pads is all pretty much worn out. The other one's missing completely right here. And this is due to a crash, really. This was me crashing at about 35, 36 miles an hour, and I just peeled it off. Well, fun story. Basically, I'm so used to riding with one layer that when the temperature dropped, I decided to buy an extra Under Armour. And unfortunately for me at the time, I couldn't feel the vibration of my phone. And my phone, I've set it to 33 miles an hour, 31 miles an hour, 31. So basically, whenever it vibrates, I feel it. I know to either coast or slow down. Well, at that time, I couldn't feel it. And I assumed everything was fine. So I kept riding fast. And I crashed. Literally went skating on the pavement. And fortunately, it was early morning. There was no traffic. But this is the result. I lost my soft cushion. And that's pretty much all that happened. All you can see right here, scrapes from the pedal, but that's just due to normal riding. It's a very low pedal compared to other EUCs. There's a little scratch right here on the carbon fiber body. There's a little scratch right here as well on the side. There's a lot of scratches, which can easily be replaced, or easily fixed, I should say. There's a scratch in the front panel, scratch on the top panel, on the top part of the panel, and more scratches or scrapes on my pedal, as you can see right here. And like I said earlier, this is just worn out, and there's a scrape right here. But for the most part, you can see the carbon fiber body is it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. For the most part, this thing has held up pretty well. I still have my caps for the power and the USB. And yeah, it's held up pretty well.
I also got a flat tire due to a punctured inner tube, a bubble in the tire, and a bent rim, all of which were repaired. The rim was repaired by a rim specialist who repaired rims on cars. The tire I simply replaced, and the inner tube I patched up with a simple patch kit from a bike shop. Watch how I went about repairing my tire and rim in the link above. So, to sum it all up, unless you're a more seasoned and experienced rider and have deep pockets, or at least willing to get the money somehow to purchase a more expensive wheel, you can't possibly go wrong with a Tesla. I can't imagine anyone needing to travel more than 30 to 40 miles on an EUC while standing as a daily activity. For that, I would highly recommend the extremely versatile KS18S or the Gotway MSX, with both having a seat for long journeys. We will discuss these two wheels in another video, but for now you can search it out on YouTube. My unapologetic claim that this is the best high-performance wheel for the price wasn't made simply because I own it, but because I've considered all the variables that come with that claim. That is the weight, which is about 42 pounds, which isn't so bad when walking up 3 flights of stairs in some cases, the stealthy look of the device where you can hide the trolley handle and pull it out at a moment's notice, the big magnetic pedals which, with enough practice, you can flip out with one foot, making it easy to take off, the joys of city riding with its powerful braking ability in addition to being extremely maneuverable, and finally the amazing range, plus the short time it takes to charge due to the battery size. So there you have it, guys. This is the best wheel for the price, no contest. Thanks for watching, and happy riding. Till next time, Yazwell.